What's going on, y'all? Ernest Wills here, doing another video for you all. It has been a minute. I think it's been over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. But school has started for me. I went back to work last Wednesday, and today is Thursday. Our kids came back yesterday. So been busy getting stuff ready for school. Kids at the job, they already working. Already got their assignments and they working. So that's what I've been doing. Haven't been doing much fishing or anything like that. Been messing with the garden, but that's another story. Anyway, today's video is going to be about Lynette Zang. She put out a video recently on ITM trading that got a lot of buzz because of some of the things that she said, and she also did an interview with Sean from SGT Report, and that also got a lot of buzz. A lot of people putting out their response videos, a lot of people commenting, that type of thing. So I wanted to talk about basically what the video was about and what Lynette was saying, and my opinion on all of this stuff that's going on in the crypto community and the precious metals community. First of all, these two communities, in my opinion, are on the same team. Precious metals, people who own precious metals, trying to expose the manipulation of precious metals so that they would have fair value. Basically, the banks would go belly up because people realize that their dollar is not worth as much because of the price of gold and silver going to its true value. So that's what the precious metals community is currently attempting to do. Now, the blockchain community or the crypto community, they are attempting to make transactions or trade value without using the banking system at all. So they are also trying to escape the corrupt dollar-based system by using the cryptocurrencies and the blockchain. Both things, in my opinion, are very, very positive endeavors. Now, the thing that gets me is the fact that once again, people are picking sides, people are arguing, people are choosing to this whole divide and conquer. They're choosing to follow this whole divide and conquer thing. It's like, man, when will we get it? When will we realize that, man, we on the same team? Black and white on the same team. I know that people don't want to hear that, but believe it or not, you are. Because, this economic collapse that's headed our way is going to affect black and white. It's not going to affect black people and then not whites. It's not going to affect white people and then not blacks. It's going to affect everybody, all races. So we are on the same team in many ways, so we need to not let people's opinions and certain agendas divide us. And I believe the same is true about the crypto and precious metals communities. So people are picking sides, crypto people are saying Lynette, doesn't know what she's talking about, that type of thing. Precious metals people are saying, we knew it from the whole time that the cryptos was a scam and, it's all about, the beast and that type of thing. Oh, man, when are we going to learn that picking a fight with someone who is not your enemy is not wise? Man, these two communities, we're on the same team. Bottom line is we on the same team. Ain't no point in us arguing with each other over silly stuff. I mean, have a reasonable discussion about the disagreements. But man, the arguing and they don't know what they're talking about. These people crazy, or they stupid, they this, they that. That's not fruitful, man. That's stupid. It's very stupid. Because what it does is it makes people choose sides instead of people coming together for one common goal, which is always how anything is successful. People coming together with one common goal. If our common goal is exposing the banking system and exposing the fraud in the U.S. dollar, the Ponzi scheme of the U.S. dollar, let's come together and expose that instead of attacking each other on our small differences. So that's where I stand on, you know, the whole crypto versus silver thing. Uh, if you all in on cryptos, that's fine. If you all in on silver and gold, that's fine. If you do some of both, that's fine. Like me, I do some of both, that's fine. But at the end of the day, we have got to realize that we're on the same team. And so we need to stop tripping, stop arguing with each other, talk about our differences until we can find common ground, and then move on with the main goal, which is exposing the corruption of the system, period. Now, second thing, the actual content of the interview. I listened to the interview, and I watched her video on ITM trading that came out, I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. And I understand what she's saying, and here's why. We all know that the dollar's going to die, of course, because the dollar sucks. It's lost 98.6% of its value. It only has about 1.4% left to lose, and the next economic crisis will bring that to fruition, which is why they have been doing everything that they can to prop the dollar up, lowering interest rates, you know, giving out free money, free credit, trying to stimulate the economy by increasing velocity of money, which, sorry about the bus, which has not worked. None of that stuff has worked. The dollar's still losing value. You know, you just go to the grocery store, whatever. So since the dollar's gonna die, according to Lynette, from what I gather from the video, the IMF is going to use the SDR to fund the token called AC chain or OC chain, something like that. And the token, what the token is going to do is basically turn tangible assets into digital assets by putting tangible assets on the blockchain. And so I believe she said that they've already done that with T. I think they did $50 million worth of T, put that on the blockchain. And so if you want access to the T, you have to go through that token, particular token, which is dangerous, because here's how, in my opinion, this will work with the whole dollar, you know, coming to an end type of thing. So you own a house, you have a mortgage to your house. Your bank more than likely sold your mortgage to the Federal Reserve, which is what happened in 2008. A lot of the Federal Reserve bought up a lot of the distressed mortgages so that the banks would not go under. And so they now own your house, they own the title. So when the dollar crashes, the Federal Reserve needs a bailout. They call Bank of International Settlements, IMF, hey, we need a bailout. Boom. They sell all their assets to them, to the IMF. And they buy them with SDRs. And because they buy them with SDRs, they put them on the blockchain using the AC token. So now the title of your house is on the AC token. And in order for you to pay your mortgage, you have to get that token. That is scary as hell, because if that was the case, everybody would have to buy that token whose mortgage was owned by the IMF. Now, they said that she said, I believe, that in Texas, they bought 900 acres and put that on the blockchain, I believe, as well. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on any of this. This is not financial advice. This is not, you know, any type of advice. I'm just talking about my understanding of this information. I believe it to be true. So, I believe she said that they took 900 acres in Texas and put it on the blockchain. So let's say a restaurant wants to build, let's say Applebee's wants to build Applebee's on that part of that property. They would have to use those tokens to get access to the property. And then, because they have to pay in those tokens, they would require their customers to pay in those tokens. Now, that seems far-fetched, yes, but with all of the confidence building in the cryptocurrency sphere and being removed from the US dollar, that is very plausible. I mean, you got to think, at this point, if this was to happen, we're living in a world where dollars are essentially worthless, where they don't value anything. And so people will be willing to take what is perceived to be valuable. And if they hear about these SDRs that have bought out the dollar and things of that nature, they're more likely to trust that, especially if it's on the blockchain. So if that was to take place, then you would essentially, if the IMF was able to purchase all of these things, all of these tangible assets that are distressed because of the dollar crash, then they would essentially own the access to it. And in order to give others access to it, they would have to, they would force them to use their token, which is the AC token. Now, this sounds pretty far-fetched, but I can see how that wouldn't work. So that's why, I think it's important to, well, that's one of the reasons why I'm not getting a mortgage, because whoever owns your mortgage, they can demand you to pay it at any time, and if you can't, they put you out. So even if it's not the IMF, even if it's just your local bank, they can still do that. So I don't think it's wise to own a mortgage just on that tip. But any type of debt, they can do that. So that is a tremendous possibility with this AC coin. And I don't know how that would affect the other coins. Again, I'm not an expert in crypto at all. I'm not even a novice. I'm a beginner. So let me make that clear. If I am wrong or mistaken about my understanding, please let me know in the comment section. Again, no disrespect. Please don't be disrespectful. Just, tell me where I'm missing it. Help give me some better understanding. If you're disrespectful, you stupid, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, this, that, and the other, I'm gonna delete your comment, because, that's not what we're about. We're about adding value to people's lives. So that's the second thing I want to talk about, is that I believe that, from my understanding of what she was saying, that what she was saying is very possible, and especially knowing that the IMF, the BIS, they don't want to give up their power. And so they could try to use the blockchain to their advantage. And if they pull that off, that would be absolutely horrible for humanity. That's the second thing. Third thing, wait till the bus go by. So, third thing is this. I've listened to almost all of Lynette's interviews, and in my opinion, she is extremely intelligent, extremely knowledgeable, extremely well-versed, and extremely down-to-earth. And so I value her opinion, even though she may be wrong about this. I don't know. We don't know. And she even said that, she's not sure. She said that this is what it appears like they're trying to do. So I would listen to the interview, and, just like with everything else, take everything with a grain of salt. Nobody knows everything. People who pretend like they do, those are the ones who really know a lot less than the people who they claim to know more than. So this is the end of my video. Hope you found it valuable. I hope if you are in the silver, precious metals, crypto community, whatever, that you see the value in coming together and not trying to, bash each other over the head. So that's it. I will see you all, I don't know, soon. I got work to do. Be easy. God bless. Bye-bye.